Already having fun here on this Friday. Thanks for being here. 6 a.m. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Netta Iranpour. I mean, we have puppies here.
And the Puppy Bowl.
The Puppy Bowl awaits. Oh, you're going to be so happy to see these cutie pies. Meteorologist Evan Arani, you had a chance to hold the puppies.
Yes.
I got to hold La Jolla.
La Jolla is its
and
name.
right now, what they're doing in there is they're bringing them in one by who's like the biggest bully, and then the littlest bully.
Okay.
So like they're bringing in the little bullies first, and then they're like, you are not permitted to go join the others yet. So it's so funny to see. They're just slowly all being integrated into this space. You are going to want to stick around to see all of these animals. They are so cute, and they all have the cutest names. It's going to be great. 67 out by the coast, a little bit cooler this afternoon. 70 across our inland valleys. Coming up, we'll talk more about what to expect as the weekend progresses. Vanessa Paz standing by, checking in on traffic.
Is it's heaven, literally, like heaven in there in that room. Can't wait to showcase all the puppies that are here. All right, let's go ahead and see what's happening outside. First of all, San Diego showing off per usual. This is the 5 in both directions right at Sassafras. This is the drive coming southbound as you make your way in from downtown San Diego. Rolling into downtown, in from Old Town. 15 in both directions. This is that drive southbound just north of Felicita. And look out for a breakdown, 15 south right at Miramar Road. Netta?
Thank you very much, Vanessa. And now today, the Department of Justice expected to issue a new rule to the immigration appeals process.
CBS 8's Jenny Day live near the border to explain this change and when it's set to take effect here. Jenny?
Yeah, soon. So right now, those facing deportation have 30 days to file an appeal, but it will soon be just 10 days to make their case, and this does include people who are claiming asylum. So the Department of Justice, as directed by the Trump administration, wants to speed up the deportation process. They say it will also help clear an appeals backlog of more than 200,000 immigration cases. Immigrant advocates, though, say this does not give people enough time to get legal representation. Adding these changes strip immigrants of their due process rights. This new rule goes into effect in 30 days. Our local U.S. Representative Juan Vargas is pushing back on the new rule and plans to visit the Otay Mesa Detention Center later this morning. He tells us he is looking into allegations that those who are here illegally are not having access to fresh food, continually getting sick, and are being held in cold conditions. He is set to talk with us afterward to share what he observed. And speaking of, the Trump administration is actually also currently attempting to block lawmakers from making unannounced visits to immigration detention centers. But federal law states that they are allowed to do so. So again, Representative Vargas will be there today. We'll certainly keep you posted as this develops. Live this morning from San Ysidro, Jenny Day, CBS 8.
Jenny, thank you very much. And now this morning, a San Diego judge is delaying Rady Children's Hospital's planned shutdown of gender-affirming care until at least next week. This was originally set for today after Rady said the Trump administration threatened to cut funding. This now gives the state and the hospital time to clarify how this would impact current patients and staff. Both sides return to court on Tuesday.
This morning, new tenant protections are in effect in Lemon Grove. City officials adopted an urgency ordinance. It requires landlords to give tenants 120 days to move out for no-fault evictions. Landlords also have to provide relocation assistance, 1 month of the tenant's current rent, and 1 month of fair market rent. It's higher for seniors, people with disabilities, and low-income families. And as fans are getting ready to head to the Super Bowl parties this weekend, law enforcement is out in full force making sure everyone gets home safely.
This is an important reminder here to take all the plans and do the ride shares and all the things. Both National City PD and San Diego PD adding more patrols. CBS 8's Chris Grow live in Mira Mesa with some important reminders for everybody. Chris, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Look, it's one of those things that whenever we have those big holidays, those big games like we have with the Super Bowl, we need to put out the reminder. People are going to be gathering. They're going to be going to Super Bowl parties. We see even the advertising that goes on with TV, Bud Light, and all the big brand beer companies. They're going to be making sure that you are having that good time. So the best thing that you can do is that prep work now to make sure that you get home safely and also without a potential $15,000 legal bill for your first-time DUI. That's why San Diego Police Department, National City Police Department, and again, likely all police departments going to be on high alert, but these are two that are letting you know they are going to be on high alert here Sunday to make sure that people are not driving drunk or high. And so what it is that you can do, of course, is you can make sure that you have that ride share scheduled. Have it for the end of the game or halftime, whenever it is that you plan to leave your party. Make sure that you take a taxi or designate that sober driver amongst those who are in your group. Again, like I said, $15,000 is the estimate for a first-time DUI. And then, of course, you're not even considering the injuries or death that you can cause by getting behind the wheel inebriated. Remember, it's not just alcohol or drugs, medication as well, too. Please try to be safe here on this Super Bowl Sunday. Back to you in studio.
It's not worth it. Get that ride to the party.
Ride shares,
right. A lot of
get
options.
a sober driver, all those fun things. Yeah, make sure you take care of yourself.
Keys to a successful weekend. Also, with the rides being rather cheap, there's really no, at least significantly cheaper than a DUI.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah.
6:06 right now. We're starting off the morning with dark skies. We have the sun coming up in about 40 minutes. We expect temperatures to be on the cooler side of average. It's been the first time we've been able to say that in quite a while, especially following what's been several days of record-breaking temperatures. Yesterday was not quite as warm as Wednesday. We still broke a record up in Oceanside, at least a daily temperature record. We expect to get to the upper 60s, maybe even the low 70s this afternoon inland. Plenty of activity popping up on satellite radar showing that there's plenty of green just to the north of us. It's the same trough of low pressure that's just kind of sending plenty of scattered showers up to the Barstow area through Vegas, but in San Diego specifically, we're mostly dry. We have a few clouds that have drifted in from the coast through our inland valleys. They're quite dense as of right now, but shouldn't hang out for too long through the day. High surf advisory in effect all the way through 6 a.m. on Sunday. What this means is that if you are going to be spending time out by the water, we're anticipating 5 to 8 foot waves, maybe even some 10-foot sets out there. Surfers rejoice, but if you're not an experienced surfer, probably a good idea to either stay out of the water or at least check in with a lifeguard first. Risk of rip currents remains high. Water temperature about 61 degrees. Rain chances are going to start to climb as we get toward the middle of next week. This is as another trough of low pressure starts to move into the region. Not giving us a tremendous opportunity. You can see how these models are still kind of in disagreement as to when that wet weather will arrive, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. However, between now and Monday, you can at least celebrate that we've got mostly dry conditions and a nice warm-up that comes just in time for Super Bowl Sunday, all the way to 81 degrees on average across our inland valleys, cooling down by the beginning of next week, helping to set the stage for that possibility of wet weather. Vanessa Paz checking in on some live cameras outside. How's it looking?
It's looking mighty fine. Friday light drives across the region right now. I selfishly wanted to put up this sky cam because it shows, again, just the gorgeous skyline of downtown San Diego. Also showcasing the really light drive as you make your way to and from the Old Town area, headed south towards downtown this morning. Meanwhile, this is up in the North County. This is the 15 in both directions right at Felicita. You can't see the top left of your screen. There is that northbound drive. Meanwhile, what you're looking at is the southbound drives as folks make their way out of the Escondido neighborhood. All right, look out for this. A breakdown report on the 15 South right at Miramar Road. It looks like it is stuck in the HOV lane. That could cause some minor brake tapping through that pocket. Under 10 minutes, that's what we're shooting for to get you westbound in from the East County this morning. As I mentioned, things are fairly light all across the board. 10 minutes right now to get you southbound in from Oceanside to Encinitas, Escondido to the 163 merge, about 11 minutes, and under 15 full span of the 78. Quickly pulling up those times coming in from the South Bay, about 10 to 15 north, headed in from San Isidro, from the 54 up to the 8, about 10 minutes, and under 5 to get you towards Coronado Island and from downtown this morning. All right, 6:09 is the time. Let's go ahead and take a look at those border wait times for you this morning. We're tracking about an hour 20 or so to get you in from San Isidro's port of entry, and then about an hour, a little better, to get you across from Otay Mesa at last check.